Hello, good morning. Sorry, I have a frog in my throat currently. Welcome to an INFJ Ramble. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. I hope you guys are taking time to be present in this moment. And I hope you're spending more time savoring all the moments that make up your life. Because it's your life and only you can live it, right? And that's why I consistently say the most important investment you have is with yourself. And no, it's not self-centered, you know? People think that when you turn your attention to yourself, it's self-centered, but let me tell you, I have met self-centered people and they definitely don't take the time to invest in themselves because they're too invested in the things around them because they are desperate for that kind of attention. You know, they would prefer to have the attention of things outside of themselves instead of working on giving themselves the attention so that they can grow as a spiritual being, having this human experience. Interesting side note. So, the reason I have been lighting my Palo Santo and the reason I usually have a candle in my video is these things act as, I guess, tools to cleanse energy. Yeah. So, I think it's so important to always cleanse your energy because when you go out into the world, you have a tendency to, I don't know, I want to say your energy gets contaminated by things around you. So it's so important to cleanse your energy, cleanse your space. I was told that when you light a candle, that flame that burns actually attracts, I guess, darker entities or darker energies towards the light, and because they're drawn to light, and then they just kind of like burn in that fire, you know? Anyhow, today's video is going to touch on the saying, things that are meant for you will not pass you by. What does that mean? It means what it means. The things that are meant for you. For instance, you coming across this video will not pass you by. You know, people that you are in a relationship with, you know, if they're meant to stay in your life, they will not pass you by, you know. We have a tendency to try to control everything around us, and oh man, that takes a lot of energy. That really is tiresome. Just picture yourself holding a fist and then holding the, I mean, it's easy to hold a fist for like a few seconds, but if you were to hold this fist as tight as you can for like 10 minutes, a day, a week, a month, a year, years, a lifetime, that will be very straining. And so for me, a really important thing I've learned is to release. And the things that are meant for you will come to you, and when it's time for it to leave, then it leaves, you know, and it's very effortless. You enjoy it when it comes, you enjoy it when it leaves, but you have no attachment to that thing, and you also have no desire to control whether that thing wants to stay or go in your life, you know. Yeah, very applicable to people, if I were to be honest, you know. And I feel like when you are trying so hard to hold on to things, not only is it painful after a certain period of time, not only is it tiresome and straining and stressful, you know, it's almost like trying to force, it's almost trying to hold something in place that is obviously not meant to be held into place. That's not how life is. Life is a flow, an effortless flow. And once you understand that concept, everything becomes so much easier and lighter, and you know, you have less emotional charges and triggers, and that's why, like, for me, part of my lesson is mastering detachment. I think it's so important. I don't know if many people talk about this concept, but it is essential to master detachment, not being attached to anything, just allowing everything to be, to come, to go as it should, you know? Where was I going with this? Yeah, I think a lot of people, they get heavily attached to, I don't know, everything, an outcome, a thought, an emotion, a person, I don't know, an object. And that is the root cause of the suffering, honestly, you know. And then because they are attached to this thing, they have fear of losing, which is, I want to say, a state of lack mentality. Because if you knew that you have everything inside of you, you wouldn't be trying to grasp so hard to the things outside of you. You know what I mean? And if you were to be completely honest with yourself, you don't own anything in this world. It's all transient, you know? And I think people struggle with that fact, and they create these scenarios in their head where it's like, first and foremost, they form attachments to physical things, ideas, thoughts, concepts, emotions, mental constructs. And then they fear losing those things that they are attached to. And so they try to control, and they try to grasp and hold or force. It doesn't work that way. If you realize that everything is transient and everything that you have in every moment is beautiful and there to be witnessed, if you recognize and realize that everything you ever need is within, then it totally shifts your perception and how you move through life. When you realize that that is what's happening, you can move through life in a much more graceful way, I feel. So always remember, the things that are meant for you will not pass you by. Everything that is meant for you comes to you. And once you've learned what you needed to learn about said thing, it leaves, And it's painful if you're attached to it, but if you're not attached to it, then you can just kind of smile. Just smile when it arrives, smile while it's here, and smile when it goes. That's why, I feel like humans, whether they know it or not, are definitely striving towards their balance point. And the balance point is neutrality. Honestly, just being absolutely neutral. It doesn't make you devoid of feelings. It doesn't make you devoid of thoughts. Obviously, emotions and thoughts are transient as well, and you will feel or maybe even think things, as you experience life. But same applies, no attachment to the thoughts, no attachment to the emotions, and just let it all go, let it all flow. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if what I said made sense, but the things that are meant for you will not pass you by, and there will be no struggle, there will be no force, there will be no tension or fear or anxiety. You will not have a dysregulated nervous system. if you live in a way where you trust that everything that you need comes, everything that you don't need goes, and you're literally just, I don't know, just trusting that everything you need arrives in perfect timing, in divine timing, you know. I hope you're having a beautiful day. I am about to go out of the house and enjoy some sunshine. And yeah, be well. Blessings to one and all. Amen.